Time now for Hawk Zone, sponsored by Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
It's been a while since the Seahawks pulled off a road win against the 49ers, but that's just what they did in the Bay Area yesterday, beating the Niners 20-17. Terry Hollimon joins me in the Hawk Zone to break this win down. Yes, and I'm so excited that we're actually in the playoff hunt.
Oh, yes.
Come on.
Not just in the playoff hunt, but we beat the 49ers in San Francisco. That's why I got my drink, because everything's so good today, especially the coffee on the Monday morning after you beat the 49ers.
Come on. I know. It was a close game, too.
It was a very close game. They made it tough in the beginning. It was a really defensive struggle in the first half and a little bit in the second half. Seahawks came through with a win, though. Most important thing.
Amen. Yeah. And Geno Smith hitting the night-night in the Bay Area might be a personal highlight for me.
This is not just a personal highlight. I think this is a Geno Smith highlight for his career, right?
Yes.
Doing the night-night. That, of course, is a Steph Curry move. Steph Curry, I think it's hard to argue that there's not a bigger sports star coming out of the Bay Area than Steph Curry. For Geno to hit that night-night, put the 49ers to bed in the Bay and do the move, class.
I know. And how was his performance?
Oh, so here's the thing. Geno did not have his most prolific day as a quarterback. He only had 211 yards passing and an interception and no touchdowns. But I think this is one of the best Geno Smith performances as a player, as a leader, as a competitor that I've seen. He held his composure and stayed through to the end, did not give up. He did not whine or put on the pouty face. And so, yeah, it was a great performance.
I mean, that run into the top. I mean, come on.
At the end? Absolutely.
Yes, I was like, Geno, I'll never say anything bad about you ever again. That was amazing.
Exactly.
And I feel like we have to credit the defense for keeping us in the game, too.
Absolutely. This defense all year long has been pretty solid. They are definitely the definition of bend but don't break. Other teams are able to move the ball a little bit in the middle of the field, but when it gets time to make a big play, stop them from scoring, they did just that. You saw that big defensive tackle, Jonathan Hankins, make an interception, his first interception in his career.
Huge.
When the big guys, 300-plus pounds, get their hands on the ball, it's an exciting thing. Yeah, so the defense definitely played great.
They did. And I feel like the Niners' run game didn't really get going either since maybe the last time these two teams met.
Yeah, so what happened is yesterday was the season premiere of their elite running back, Christian McCaffrey.
Yes, he was back.
And he's one of the most elite running backs in the league, if not the most elite when he's healthy. Challenge is he comes back and he hasn't played all year. And even though he looked good and he's in good shape, he's kept himself together, having your first play experience at this point in the season is still tough. So that made it kind of tough for him, for one. Number two, one of their top tight ends, one of the top tight ends in the country was missing that game, George Kittle's. So he's not only a great blocker, but he's somebody else that the defense has to account for. So, yeah, it was tough games, tough sledding for their running game.
Hate to see that for them, but I don't care.
So sad for you.
So sad.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, if you had to pick then, who, of course, is your player of the game?
It's tough because there are a lot of people that played very well.
I know.
The defense, of course, like you mentioned, played well. I was watching, I was like, maybe the whole entire defense should get it this week. Jackson Smith and Jigba had another career day. He's showing out for the league right now.
He really is.
110 yards receiving, but I have to give it to Geno Smith. We've been dogging Geno Smith as fans all season long about his mistakes, about his inability to make plays in the crunch time. He showed us that we were all wrong about him yesterday. Even though he only had 210 yards passing, he made the plays when they were necessary, and he made the drive at the end of the game, the 2-minute drill, executed to perfection, and then he ran in for a touchdown. So Geno Smith,
we're going to give it to you.
I
know. And
week.
with the night-night, come on.
Oh, with the night, that makes everything, yeah. Put it to bed.
Okay, and we're looking at a pretty much a do-or-die game next with Arizona, would you say, or maybe not? Disagree with me, Terry.
Well, if she said it's do or if Kelly said it's do or die, no, it is. It's a very important game. I don't know if it's do or die right now, just because the NFC West is so terrible.
It is,
and everybody's tied for second right now. But it is a very important game for the Seahawks to get an opportunity to move forward and their opportunities and chances for the playoffs. The Cardinals are a very good team.
Yeah,
we talk about their quarterback, Kyler Murray is the guy that we have to be watching out for this week. He is like a human pinball machine. He's fast, he's quick, he makes pretty decent throws. On the defensive side of the ball for the Arizona Cardinals, they got a guy by the name of Budda Baker, who we might be familiar with in this area, a Bellevue High graduate, University of Washington guy. He's one of their top defensive players, so the Seahawks going to have their hands full. But I believe it's a recipe for a win. The Seahawks here at Lumen Field, I think we're going to take first place.
Oh, okay. I love to hear that. Terry, thank you so much for being here. And the Hawk Zone is sponsored by Muckleshoot Casino Resort. So don't miss Third Eye Blind at the Muckleshoot Event Center on Friday, March 7th. Yes, we hear Terry in the background. Visit the website on your screen for ticket information.